There's the one I really need. Aha! Perfect. Let me just go size them up real quick. Look at the difference. Big difference. Isn't that weird?
Is this a bigger side?
Yeah.
Looks like.
Oh yeah, so this corner's straight corner, so. Yeah, I just kind of pieced the other one together, 2 pieces. It was easier to get the contours I needed. And I just made a couple little slices and hammered it. And it's kind of an easy
As opposed to
little
it
piece,
being...
but difficult contours. There's like, you know.
So many contours.
Yeah, there's like 4 or 5 different shapes in this little piece, so. Okay. I think that's it. I can cut out 2 pieces of metal and start shaping it. Or see how close I am on that one I started. Might be a good start. I'm gonna cut it. Fuck it. I mean, basically the shape you make in cardboard will reflect on the metal. It does the same exact thing. It's almost like upholstery when you're wrapping something around a corner, you know what I mean? I still want to come down a little lower. Glad I brought my scissors. Cut it, I'll come down a little bit in this corner. It's funny the difference. So when you start wrapping, you can get this contour like this, no problem. It's the way I do it. There could be several ways to do it. But when you fold it, see how that pooches out? That's where you want to make a slice.
Because that'll
bring it down.
Well.
That'll bring it down, and you end up actually making a little pie slice. Because when these come together over here, that pie'll actually close up. I like to go a little bigger too. That way, even if they start overlapping, you can just start trimming until they pop into perfect.
It's easier to trim than to add.
Because when I TIG this, I don't like to use rod. I just like to use the torch it. No filler, no nothing. If you can get that perfect, you know, it's easier to bend, manipulate, move. It's funny how different they are, but they look exactly the same. If you're like sitting there looking at the dash, you know, and once it's done, you'll just think you're sitting there looking at a wood dash. This I'll just trim when I'm done. Okay. Well, I guess I'll cut out the other piece. See how this fits. Oh man. Dang. That's pretty dang good. I just have to trim until it lines up perfectly with that one. And this one kind of kicked in and then did a curve. That one over there is just straight. Just gonna start hammering it. Till I have to cut it, make a cut.
Is there a particular reason why you use this cutter instead of the handheld ones?
Like a pair of tin snips?
Yeah.
This just does a cleaner line for me.
Okay.
When you use the tin snips, it tends to
like
manipulate the
flail
metal.
it on
Yeah,
the
you don't
edge
have
or whatever,
like a nice flat
Yeah.
surface again. We got a ways to go. So I'm gonna have to come up a little bit. I'm gonna have to, this corner's gonna have to, I'm gonna take a little off of here and it's gonna go into there. Like I said, it's very weird how it has to be. And I'm gonna have to cut more of this because I got a bigger piece. Because I think this is a little bit bigger than that side. See that? That's big. Closing that up. So I'm gonna have to make a couple cuts longer here. So I'll have to weld more. Cut that out a little bit more. And then this I can actually cut off, cut down. Damn. I think we're getting there though. Getting closer. This contour is pretty good here. Almost there. It's turned into quite the unique shape actually, but I think we're there. Now it's starting to do the opposite, which is fine because I can fill that little V in. Getting close. Really, really close. One weird shape. It's got a little pocket here now. We don't want that. We want it sitting perfectly flat on there. Once I get the shape, I'll clean it up real nice so that the guy that's painting them doesn't have to do a shit ton of body work, because if he has them, he doesn't know what shape they are.
Yeah.
So you know what I mean? And I don't want to have to come back and have to try and tweak it with it painted and something crack. It's weird because it goes round here, but then it goes into this big flat area
at the top. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But it's looking very similar to what I need. Yeah, there's like another hump, like right in here. You can see it sticking out right up here. It's so weird. So it has to go kind of like that, over that hump. But see, that hump is like towards the top. I can feel it in there. Right there, it's laying pretty flat against this. I'm actually like really happy with that shape right there, because I can make that work.
Totally. Yeah.
Right?
Absolutely.
Once you put it together, you kind of see.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And if I only have to fill that, I'm perfectly fine.
Easy. Yeah.
I might even come this way a little bit and trim this edge, because it seems to
Have
fit
that be
a
more
little.
flush. Yeah.
Yeah. And this is like where the bottom is, so I can trim this one off. I'm gonna take a little more fluffer first. Let me do that before I do anything. It's weird, I had to keep pieing it, but then once I got this piece shut, it opened up.
Yeah.
So weird. The goal is when you set it on there, it's sitting perfectly flush on there. Sure is getting there. Like really close. This part right here is weird shaped. Very weird. It's funny when you get one spot to fit, the other something else pooches out.
Of course.
So that's where I want that to sit. So that's actually, let me trim this up a little bit more. It's funny how one little tiny change will put it right into shape. This up here is very weird on that one. Very, very strange. Almost kind of does like a last minute real tight curl at the end. When the other one was perfectly flat. The other side. It's just very mild. So I don't want to do it too much. And there's like a bump like right around here. Close, huh? Mm-hmm. Just a little bit more. How much I got cut off.
Wow.
Crazy, huh?
Yeah, that's way more than I expected.
Yeah, but I mean, look.
Yeah.
Look.
Yep.
Huh. And I'll just make a little sliver, weld that in.